What's today? Thursday?
Yes, Lou, it is Thursday.
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot it was Thursday like three different times today.
Well, this is hello. Hi. Hello.
That's staying in. Well, we gotta put that in there. Well, hello and welcome everybody to episode 65 of Late Arrivals. We are
At the
back.
Emerson Edom episode.
Yeah.
The Ducks have won a game, but are still making us sad. Um,
Yeah. They at least ended that horrible losing streak. That's what I was asking to avoid, you know, is like the double digit losing streaks, and they were very close to it. It did reach eight. It's pretty disgusting, but at least they got through it.
Yeah.
and in pretty epic fashion. We'll get to that in a sec. But I mean, we're kind of at a weird spot where things aren't going great and injuries are starting to pile up, and it's getting a little sketchier.
But at the same time, they're not playing bad. They're not playing great, but they're not playing bad.
Kind
It's
of in
nothing.
that
It's nothing like last season at all, which is preferable.
kind
I
of
feel
in
like
that
it'd be
limbo of not great but not terrible enough to be upset just yet.
yeah, and I feel like it would be very hard for this team to be playing exactly the same as last season just because of a different coach. Like if they got a whole different coach with a different system and they were still like the same exact team, that would be concerning. Um, but yeah, let's dive into these four games here.
I thought it was three
So
games.
in Ducks fashion, the comeback has been the story of a lot of these games, to varying degrees of success. Um, they lose to the Caps 5-4.
Oh yeah.
That game that was kind of annoying. Um, my fantasy team liked it because I have Tom Wilson, and
Oh God.
getting
So
hat
this is
trick
so this is Jake's fault.
kind of helps, but
Is this the part where we boo Jake?
We could. We could.
Yeah.
I mean they didn't play terrible, but they gotta get a lead at some point.
Hmm.
That has been the story of the season, story of the losing streak. Just it's kind of getting to a point where it is a little ridiculous. That it's gone on. I think I saw the stat was this is the 18th game where we've surrendered the first goal,
Yeah,
which
I think so.
is not very good.
17th or 18th. Yeah, because I want to say I saw a stat earlier that like what are we in? 20, we've played 26, and I think the Ducks scored first only nine of those 26.
What's that emoji
So
you just put in the chat?
It's a seal. There's four of them.
Yeah, well, it's a white dot. It's a white circle.
Hmm.
I'm looking at white circles.
I'm looking at seals, so
Well,
sounds like a Lou issue.
it might be. Anyways, carry on.
but we kind of touched on like they're not playing terrible. It's just you would expect a little bit better. I do like seeing, I mean, especially after the loss in Colorado, that we'll touch on in a sec, but at least Cronin's not giving us the yeah, we're trying our best out there. He's saying that it's unacceptable and he expects better. And I mean, we've preached how much we love hearing that out of him. But at some point, you hope that it just finally starts to click, and it just still isn't.
Yeah.
Whether chalking that up to a new coach, just kind of the roster being in a weird spot, missing Zegras and now missing McTavish. Um, guys are kind of getting shuffled around. Tonight's lineup wasn't on par with the Derek Grant Elite 1C lineup game. Um, but and just you're kind of throwing guys in the blender again and kind of hoping that he just make it through the game with no one else getting hurt. It's a little sketch.
Hey,
Um,
Brett Leeson looked good on the second line tonight. Shout out
which
Brett Leeson.
he's probably deserved. a promotion for a while.
Yeah, at least to the third line, definitely.
Hopefully nothing major
With Mason.
happens with Mason, and Max Jones. Um,
I think he bumped his head on that hit last game.
mhm.
I don't know
But
what he did.
I don't know, kind of weird vibes. Um,
Not great, but not bad.
like Lou said, and we talked about at the start, like it's not at that point where last year, it just felt like every game was just sitting on nails.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying. And I kind of feel like that's a good sign that I'm annoyed that they're losing. Part of that also could just be that the first month of the season was very fun. And
Yeah, right. Let's go back to October. That was
but
a
hey,
blast.
maybe we're a second, if we're a second half of the game kind of team, maybe we're the second half of the season kind of team.
Maybe.
Possibly. Ducks
I
just
mean,
love October. They're big fans of spooky season.
So
And
not
it's
too
good.
much to say about that Capitals game. I mean, the Caps did sweep California, so they were playing pretty hot.
Tom Wilson smells like eggs.
Oh, um, yeah, and that, like I said earlier, that the losing streak, um, was at 8 with that Capitals loss, that 5-4 loss.
That's Timu Solani's number.
That sure is. That was his number. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is correct. That is a fact. Um,
we know puck here.
it was weird having the home and home thing with the Avalanche. I thought that was
Yeah,
kind of weird,
the
but
schedule's been so weird this season.
yeah, but at least it wasn't like back to back where they're in they're home and then they have to go to Denver the next night. Like the whole Nashville. I mean, it's not as far, but the whole Nashville Denver thing was weird. And even like
Yeah.
Cronin even talked about it. Like he had like I think it was the post game interview after that Avalanche game in Anaheim. He was saying how the last time they played them, um, after that back to back, in Nashville, he said he's never experienced brain fog until that game, and he said everything was it just fell off. He didn't know what was going on, and he's like, if I felt that way, he feels like the players probably felt that as well, and it definitely showed in that first Avalanche game. But anyway, the losing streak ended. They beat the Avs.
My light
It
keeps
needed
flickering on and off. It's weird.
it needed a shootout,
It
but
might
it
be
was
on.
it was actually a pretty fun game. Carlson having 2 points, goal and an assist, including the very, very, very sick shootout winner.
Yeah, I only watched the third period because we were at a tiki bar celebrating my teammate's birthday.
I did
Um,
see the Instagram story of you at a
we
tiki bar. I
we
was a
did
little.
watch the shootout, and it
Mhm.
was very fun to watch because we were all pretty drunk.
Dude,
Um,
he completely undressed Prospatov. Like that
and to
was
make it
yeah, it was
just look
Prospatov.
look so easy. Like,
Hmm.
granted, he's a professional hockey player. Like, I can barely keep a puck on my stick, so anything looks more impressive than what I'm used to. But just
Yeah,
it's hard to put into words just like how just easy he made it look.
Yeah.
And coming from somebody that's been able to watch Trevor Zegras take shootout attempts over the last couple seasons, like
Mhm.
it's hard to say that someone made it look easier than he does.
Yeah.
oh, speaking of
Um,
Trevor Zegras, today's the 2 year anniversary of the lacrosse goal in Buffalo.
the dish again.
Oh no, it was the not the lacrosse goal, the
Or the lacrosse pass goal, whatever you
yeah,
call it.
the alley-oop thing that they were
Yeah, the alley oop goal.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Sonny
Twitter
Yeah.
Milano. Shout
Twitter
out
has
Nick
been
Milano.
normal since that day.
Yeah.
I still remember watching that game. That was crazy. Like I probably made like the ugliest noise you could imagine, like a grown man making watching a hockey game.
Was it weirder than the grunt Hazy made tonight?
100%. I can't really like since it was that long ago now, I can't really remember. I just remember like thinking back after I made that noise, like how did that come out of me? Like It was a weird weird experience, but yeah, fun goal.
Um,
The card's
uh,
asking why you're grunting.
Twitch user F Sicard asks, "Why is Chris grunting?"
I'm always grunting.
But it was nice that they bounced back, at least get a win, to keep the losing streak from going on. Kind of unfortunate that they lost the game in Denver.
Mhm.
Again, kind of the story of the season has been that they can claw back into games like this. It's just I kind of feel like that magic ran out a little too soon.
Yeah.
But it is nice. Leo stays hot, got another goal. I mean, that pass from Terry,
Oh
we'll
my
talk about
God.
him, in a little bit.
Yeah.
But that
What is
pass
McDermott
and
is a
that
dum dum?
that release on that goal, like holy shit.
Mhm.
Um, you know, it's good to see that the power play is waking up a little bit. That wasn't the case tonight, but
Peter Mrazek
Who
was
the
on
hell?
something.
Where did he come from?
Yeah,
Okay, like
what's your
where?
problem, Peter?
What's in his water bottle? Honestly, like they need to test him. There's something not right there. You can't just be an average dude your entire career, and then one night just be like, you know what? Dominic Hasek, who? It's Peter Mrazek time. Like Mrazek. Anyway, we'll get on that in a second.
no, I mean we could transition there. I mean, outside of the goal from Leo and then Carrick's shorthanded goal, there's
That Carrick
wasn't
Shorty was a nice goal.
there's not too much to say about going down 3-0 again and
Yeah,
having to come back. I'm kind of glad
yeah,
we're done playing the Avs.
Yeah,
yes.
That'll be nice having one of those tougher teams kind of checked off the list for the rest of the season. But
yeah. Don't gotta play the Bruins. Don't gotta play the Penguins. Don't gotta play the Avalanche.
That's one thing I want to check really quick
but we
is
still get to play the Kings another 3 times. Oh boy.
Yay!
God, I can't stand that team.
I think they broke the record today for most
Don't
road
care.
wins.
Don't care. We don't talk about them here. Do not care.
All right, I was just trying to give you a fun fact, but apparently it's not fun enough for Chris.
All right, I wanted to look up the goals for, goals against in our season series with the Avalanche. So looks like we gave up 14 goals in 3 games. I mean, hey, the first game we lost 8-2, so we got off to a horrible start in that category. But we gave up 14 goals and we scored 8. Not terrible. I
Not
mean, it's not.
terrible, but not great.
Yeah, I mean, 8
Not bad.
goals in 3 games against the Avalanche. I mean, that's
It's
decent.
progress.
Yeah, that's good. It's just we gave up a lot more. But it's whatever.
We did not get the memo that you can stop pucks.
But yeah.
Did we talk about the Leo shootout goal
Oh, we
on
did.
Saturday? Oh, I forgot that
that
we
was
did.
like that was like 5 minutes
Yeah.
ago, Lou.
Oh
I
well,
don't even know if it was 5, dude. It was probably like 3.5.
I'm still getting over a cold.
Okay.
We'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
You're on cough medicine right now, so
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go with that.
So the game tonight in Chicago. We keep talking about how weird this schedule is. The Ducks were on the road for 2 in Denver and Chicago. Now they come back home on Sunday to play the Jets, and then they go on like a 5-game road trip out east or something. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very weird. What is the point of this home game on Sunday? They should just get on this road trip now, I guess, or continue the road trip, I should
it's
say.
weird that they're not playing Philadelphia this trip because like Philadelphia is like in the general vicinity of where they're going to be playing.
Yeah. I, I don't know.
Schedule makers are goofy,
They're a bit goofy. Yeah, Ducks
goofballs.
Blackhawks. The wonderful, wonderful Ducks Blackhawks games in Chicago are always just great. I think after this game, what did they say that the Blackhawks have won 6 out of 7 at home against the Ducks?
I'm sure they have.
But yeah, 1-0 the Ducks lose.
Yeah,
It
Peter
was
Mrazek, you got to tip your cap to him.
we
Hat
got
tip.
Mrazeked.
Yeah, you got a hat tip.
I mean,
Connor
how many
Connor Bedard
teams?
was quiet against the Ducks, so Haha.
I mean, he
Yeah.
got a point on the
He
goal.
did get
did he?
an yeah, he did get that point. He got a nice assist. He set him
Damn
up
it.
pretty nicely. Um, but yeah, not many how many teams out there can say that they got Peter Mrazek. So we're in a special category, guys.
Yeah,
Like
we're in
I
an exclusive club.
should get like a special card or something. Should
Yeah.
get something free somewhere. I don't know.
It's just like
We
a
better be on
badge of
Peter's
shame.
we better be on Peter's Christmas card list this season, this
Oh, I
year.
hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the Carlson Bedard matchup, first one of the
Ducks were
of the
hyping
season.
that up all day.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I was pretty excited for it too. Like I even thought like, okay, this is gonna be a high scoring game because both teams are kind of meh on defense and the goaltending is could be, it's hit or miss. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna guess Carlson gets 3 points, Bedard or no, Carlson 2 points, Bedard three. Carlson got zero, Bedard got one. Like, all the hype died like pretty quick. Like this game was kind of like a slow burn. It was, I mean, it's not like the Ducks weren't there. They had what 37 shots or something. I
yeah,
mean,
I think it was
they were there. They did everything they
that they
could.
could with
Yeah.
being shorthanded with
Oh
good
my God,
players.
we need so many people
We
back.
need
It's
Trevor
ridiculous.
and Mason back and Jamie back and even Max Jones back.
Yeah. Oh wow, Lou is saying good things about
Yeah, I
Max
am.
Jones.
He
We're
he
we're
he made
turning
me eat a little crow. I
we're
mean,
turning a corner here.
yeah,
It's nice. This is still a young podcast, and we're already turning corners for the good.
yeah.
It's nice.
It's called growth,
That's
Chris.
great. That's
It's called
great.
growth.
I will
We love
say,
character development.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I know Lou is starting to get a little bit more of a soft spot for Max Jones because of the whole Creed thing.
Oh yeah.
With the
He
Ducks
likes
posting that
Creed,
video.
so
Yeah,
I might.
the Ducks asked their favorite band or whatever, and he just yelled Creed into the mic and kept walking.
Disappointed in those players who said Jimmy from Degrassi. Very disappointing to hear that they're listening to bad music. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
call that music, but
Um, but yeah, I did post that video on our on the LAP Instagram with like the handshake emoji with LAP and Max Jones for the Creed thing, and Max Jones did see it, by the way, so
oh, did he?
he did see it.
Did he
He
like
looked
it?
at it. I don't think he liked it, but he viewed it.
Well, that's progress.
Ah. But yeah, so now, we broke the 8-game losing streak and now we're back on another one and it's a 2-game losing streak going into Sunday against the Jets.
I feel
But
like
everything,
Sunday will be a bit of a toss up. We either play the Jets like really well,
Yeah.
or it's like that
Yeah.
one game in Winnipeg where it was like 9-1,
how are the
and
Jets
that
doing
poor
this
couple
season?
was on their honeymoon. Like, we're here all the way from California.
Yeah.
How are the Jets doing this season?
Better now. They started off pretty rough, but
They're 18-8 and 18-8-2. They're in third place in the Central.
wait, 18? What'd you say?
I can't read. I
Oh,
said
15.
15-8 and
Okay,
2.
15-8-2. I was like,
Did
they
I
have
say
18
18?
wins already?
Did
I
I
was
say
gonna
18?
say, I think thought the Knights weren't even there yet.
No,
It's still, yeah, so they're third in the Central. They're only a win back of the Avalanche with a game in hand. So they're actually,
that Central division's always a tough one.
yeah.
Even Nashville's in it still.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just disgusting.
Remember a simpler time when we beat them?
Yeah.
So, the Ducks were like a day away from like all they had to do was hold on one more day, and they would have been in a playoff position by American Thanksgiving. They were like in fourth place. Now they're in seventh.
Just
Well,
can't have anything nice.
Nope, because now the Oilers woke up and McDavid is going to score like 100 points and
Suddenly the Sharks want to be good.
yeah, we're only 2 points ahead of the Sharks right now.
hey, good on the Sharks for switching to the teal buckets on the road.
Those do look nice. I'll give them that.
That's a really good look.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice look. I like
Do the
that.
Ducks need to go to their black buckets on the road?
No.
No, I don't think black will pull it off. It's not that cool.
You don't think it would look good?
No.
I'm all on board with the whole matte black thing. I know not everyone is, but I still want them to do matte black helmets.
I I don't know about that one, Chief.
The Canucks did it for their thirds, and
Yeah, but
they're
I'm
pretty
not
nice.
sure.
Or I don't know if they're thirds, but
See, I think the pitfall of that though is like if you're doing like a specialty jersey that everyone's gonna clown on, you got to back it up with being good. Because let's be real, we bag on the Kings for wearing the white gloves and the chrome domes, but they
yeah,
seemingly win in those all the time, and it's
because they
like,
blind their opponent. I think it's cheating.
but I kind of feel like you got to be good to pull off a gimmick like that.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
I just like, can you imagine like a matte plum for the anniversary jerseys though? I think that'd look pretty nice.
That would be nice, but
Yeah.
once again, I point still stands.
I
All
think
right.
I think Chris is the only one that's on the Matt train.
That's fine. Population one, population me.
Population you, bro.
I'm not in Ouchtown yet, but um all right, so let's talk about I want to talk about Troy Terry. So I put this in the notes. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I just kind of wanted to bring it up. I've seen some tweets lately just about Troy Terry's production. Is there any concern from you guys with how he's playing so far this season?
Yes and no. I would say yes, just because the production's not there, but at the same time, I think you can cut him a little slack with Zegras goes down early, so you're losing a line mate on that top line. You're
Mhm.
getting Killorn added to that first line, who hadn't played with them, up until Zegras went out.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of been one of those years where I think, not to say his defense has been bad, because I feel like he's been one of the best defensive Ducks in recent years, considering that none of the Ducks were very good at defense the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Um, but I think maybe that emphasis of everybody trying to be a more 200-foot player could be taking a little bit of the offensive brain away.
Yeah.
I hate to also use the excuse of he's had a kid. But I
That seems to
also
be a trend though. Like,
I kind of feel like that is a real thing. I mean, he is a professional athlete, but he is a human at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh, well, suck it up. Yeah, like everybody has kids. That's not what I'm trying to say, but like,
yeah.
I could see it. He's still young enough to where I think he's definitely considered a veteran in the lineup, a veteran in the locker room. But this is a very real like life event, and that could kind of take your focus sometimes. Is it cause for concern? I think if everybody was healthy and this was still happening, then yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Um, it is concerning just because it's just not there, and this is a very inopportune time for it to not be there. Um, but I also kind of think you look at it past the hockey thing. There's probably just, there's probably some adjusting. New coach, new thing going on in your life, your personal life. Like, could be much.
Yeah.
Again, he's a human at the end of the day. Like, yeah, he gets paid millions of dollars to play a sport, but
Yeah.
he's a
I
he's just a guy at the end of the day.
Just a guy.
I think it's concerning on the standpoint that he's now being paid big boy bucks now, and
Big
you want
boy
him to,
bucks.
yeah, you'd want him to have a little bit more point production, but
Which is valid. I
Mhm.
mean, they wouldn't give him that money if they didn't think he earned it.
but am I worried? Not really. I think Jake and Felix said this last night on their pod at Crash the Pond. I'd like to see him with Mason McTavish on
Mhm.
his line and like put someone up in the first line and see how that goes, because I think him and Mason McTavish would have more have a better chemistry maybe, because Mason
Yeah.
McTavish has like a give and go kind of game.
That's what's nice about McTavish too, is I feel like he can just have chemistry with just about anybody you put him
Yeah,
with.
and Troy Terry needs a puck more, and like he's on the line with other guys that need the puck on their stick too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think maybe putting him with Mason McTavish would help batters.
So for people
But
who
I'm not
don't
worried
know,
really. I think he'll turn it around eventually.
yeah, he should. For people who don't know, he's in 26 games so far. He has 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points.
Which I mean
Um,
isn't
it's
terrible
not
for
terrible.
26 games.
Yeah, it's not
But
terrible.
like Lou brought up, you would expect a little bit more just from the money standpoint. But
Yeah, because the last 5 games, he has 1 point,
that
and that
was the
came
assist last
in Denver.
last game against the Apps.
Yeah. Um, the good thing is that he's at least in his last 5 games, he has let's see, 10, 17 shots on goal.
So it's not for
Yeah.
a
Um,
lack of trying. It's
yeah, so
just
I mean the shots are I mean the game in Denver, the one where he got an assist, he only had 1 shot, but all the others he had 2, 4, 5, and 5. So I mean he's at least shooting the puck for the most part. I don't know. But like you said, there's with all the injuries, and he hasn't really had like a stable line since
yeah.
the start of the season. So, I mean, we'll give him some time. But yeah, just wanted to see if there was anything there. Just because I see a lot of it on Twitter, just that he's, it's been
I
a
think
bit
a lot
slow.
of what we're seeing online too is coming from a point of like the beginning of the season was kind of like okay, we're making the right steps, and now that it's kind of regressing back to what I think should have been the expectation for the season.
Yeah.
You know, there's just kind of an air of annoyance that the production's not there.
Hmm.
I mean, we can just hope that. I mean, it's a good sign that Zegers, Drysdale, and Lundestrom, surprisingly, all are kind of skating on their own on the side.
Yeah,
Still,
they
kind of,
said around this time when he got injured that he'd be skating around like December, early January, so
but
hopefully he'll be
no,
back soon.
knowing that these guys are getting healthier or making strides to being healthier, certainly kind of helps. Hopefully, McTavish isn't anything super long term. I know that was. I kind of feel like that's something that's been a little lost.
Was
Is
that a rib injury?
it looked like it?
Yeah,
Um,
our old friend Josh Manson did hit him. Just
it's
wanted to
hard to
point that
know
out.
because I don't think the Ducks ever gave any
I
specifics.
think they said upper body,
Yeah,
Yeah, they haven't
and the
given
ribs.
anything lately on
Last
anyone.
time I checked, the ribs are upper body. So
if I can say one thing that's kind of annoyed me this season is the Ducks have had kind of an Angels approach to talking about injuries, and
well, they've
hasn't been
always been
my
secretive on injuries. I feel like.
it
I
hasn't
feel
been
like it's
my
been more
favorite.
so. Yeah, I feel like it's been even more secretive this year. But maybe
Yeah,
it's just
maybe.
me because of who's involved, like because of the players involved. But I don't remember ever them just like saying, okay, it's a lower body, and then there's like no timetable on any return, and I don't know, it's just really, really weird.
Part of me almost thinks that it's kind of from a coaching perspective, but another part of me thinks that it's coming from maybe higher up because like when they asked Cronin about it, he's been very like, oh, this is kind of one of those things you just have to work through, and there's not really anything we can say about when he can
Mhm.
come back. Like
Yeah.
I get that if it's like something. I don't know. It feels weird because like we draw assumptions of, oh well, if it's something that maybe isn't healing right away, it could be like a groin or it could be like an ankle sprain or like something that really you can't like pinpoint like, oh, he'll be better in a week.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of bugged me this year. Um, our team's ever gonna just outright sometimes say it, but it is a little annoying like, oh hey, like he left this game and then just a month goes by and it's like, well, Zegras and Drysdale still aren't you know anywhere near a return from the team's perspective, and it's just I don't know. It's a little concerning, but
I
maybe
feel
I'm just
like
looking a little too far into it.
I feel like in hockey in general, like teams are just secretive on injuries and stuff. Like ever since I've been watching hockey, like it just
Hmm.
seems like every team is just like secretive.
Yeah, they are. No one really likes to say exactly what's wrong with anybody.
Yeah.
All right,
Who
shall we
knows?
look ahead?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a slow Ducks week coming up because there's like only 2 games from
From now until
now
we
until
record next
now until like next Sunday.
Sunday, and
Sunday and
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
well, this is what's on tap. Brought to you by our friends at Noble Brewing or
Yes.
Noble Ale Works.
That would be them. Noble Ale Works. Mention it if you go to Noble, mention late arrivals when you get a beer or close your tab. You get 10% off on game days, home or away, does not matter. If the Ducks are home though, you get free game parking at Noble.
Get free parking and free exercise, baby.
That is true. That is true.
Health is wealth.
um, late arrivals flavor there yet or
Gonna be this weekend. I didn't go
this
last
weekend?
weekend.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Sunday against the Jets. Go to Noble. Go check out our flag.
Jets, 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 Jets. Oh shit, wrong Jets.
Oh
My
yeah,
bad.
the Ice Jets. These are the Ice Jets. Um, so Sunday against the Jets. Next Wednesday they start their East Coast road trip on the island against the Islanders. So let's get some predictions here. What do you think happens against Winnipeg?
4-3 Ducks win overtime. Actually, 5-4 overtime win.
5-4.
Yeah, it seems like those games are like kind of high scoring all the time.
This is what I get for writing in pen.
Should probably write in pencil. I'm
Especially
very,
with
I'm very
indecisive blue.
indecisive. I'm very indecisive. Surprised you haven't picked that up yet. You've only known me for like, I don't know, maybe 6 years now. So
Well, I just have too much confidence in you, I guess.
I don't know why.
A lot of trust. A lot of trust. Um,
I wouldn't even trust me, man.
I'll say I'll say 3-2 Ducks.
I guess I'll be the Debbie Downer this week. I'm gonna say 5-3 Jets.
Five
Boo
three
this man.
Jets.
Boo.
All right, Islanders. Islanders are a weird team. They just scored 7 tonight, by the way, while we're recording this
Would they
on a
play?
Thursday. They played the they played the I Forgots.
They played the I Forgots?
Yep, they
What
played the
city?
I
What city are
Forgots.
they in?
Let's see. Oh my God, who was it?
I'll Google it real quick.
Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets.
Oh
The
shit,
Blue
did they?
Jackets.
Fantilli had 2 goals in that game, and the Islanders
A
beat the Blue
demo.
Jackets 7-3.
Jesus.
Good old football score. Football. But yeah, it was a pretty packed schedule
Are those
tonight.
the only two games we're gonna cover this week?
Yeah, because
Yeah, they don't play until Friday after that, so we should have a new episode out before that.
Okay.
So you got Ducks Isles. What you got, Lewis?
Are you using my government name, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. They always don't do good in Long Island for whatever reason. But you know what? I'm gonna be optimistic because that's what I do here. That's my shtick. I'll
Okay.
say, I'll say 4-2 Ducks.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 4-3 Ducks.
And this is regulation for you, Jake.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna say 3-1 Ducks.
We're the Vibes podcast.
Right? I have the Ducks winning the next 2. We're just crazy. That's crazy talk. But yeah, there was a lot going on in the league tonight. It was like 13 games or something. Uh, but yeah, that's all from what's on tap. Just 2 games coming up. Pretty slow week. But yeah, what's
Noble
on tap
works.
brought to you by Noble Ale Works. Go
Go get you.
mention go mention the late arrivals, man. Go get your discount.
And after this weekend, you'll be able to see our banner
Yep.
because I'm gonna actually drop it off.
I got some delicious looking brews over there, so
I'm
whenever I
All
get
really
back
set.
into town.
excited to try the the Dole Whip one that
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
have. That sounds
Mm-hmm.
very, very good.
It does. It sounds delicious.
Have you ever had the Dole Whips at Disneyland?
I have.
I had one
It's,
like a few weeks ago, and I thought I was gonna freaking have freaking diabetic shock. That shit was so sugary, dude.
it's good.
No, no, it wasn't good.
So
Oh, come on.
speaking of Dole Whip, the Tiki Bar, they had alcoholic Dole Whip.
Oh, damn.
Oh
What
my
tiki
God.
bar?
It's called a Stowaway. It's in Tustin.
Oh,
Um, it's like a glass that literally was like it was a very tall glass. I mean, it was a $14 drink, but it was like it wasn't
damn.
it wasn't like ice cream. It was like a blended like pineapple drink, but there was so much rum in it. Oh my God, it was so good
Jesus.
though.
You guys like rum?
Sounds good. Depends.
For drinks like that, hell yeah.
Like, have you had like a rum cake? I had like a lemon,
I don't believe I have.
I've had like a lemon bunt rum cake, and it was really good, but it was so strong I couldn't finish it. Like the rum was like so strong in there. But yeah, it depends. Like some of those those chocolates that have the rum in it are pretty good.
I'm not a fan of
Um,
coconut rum.
mm,
I don't like coconut rum that much.
I'm a coconut guy. I like some coconut.
Mm.
In small doses, coconut rum's good, but I am a coconut hater through and through.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get some NHL news going and some other hockey
We're
things.
gonna do our ad reads now or
Oh
later.
yeah, we gotta do ad reads.
I was gonna say
Ooh
we're
wee.
kind of forgetting
Yeah.
something here.
Ooh wee.
And
having a
I'm the
night.
forget one.
I'm having a night.
Well, if you
Ducks,
do plan
ducks.
on going seeing the Ducks
Yeah.
Sunday, you can hit up our partner 714.
Promo code LAP.
They have been great to us.
Yep.
We can't say any more good things about them that we haven't already said.
No service fees.
Not gonna get screwed over like
Nope. They don't.
Ticketmaster.
They don't rob you like Ticketmaster. They don't put the proverbial gun to your chest and say, "Pick them up."
My
Jesus.
They
Well,
they don't do
boy.
that.
you can use code LAP at checkout for 10% off your order and $5 towards any future purchases. There will be no gun pointing to your chest.
Should we edit that out? I didn't mean to be that
You're
graphic.
fine.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, code LAP at checkout.
Only
God
pink.
damn.
You wanna tell the good people about
Hmm.
our other partner, Chris?
We got Shift Hockey.
Cream.
Go to shifthockey.com. Go grab yourself a brand new hockey stick for a much cheaper price than you would find maybe from, I don't know, CCM, Bauer, Warrior, True Hockey. I don't know. Shift Hockey is the way to go. They came out with some new sticks, some new looks recently. They still have the nice cream looking ones. Their original set of sticks that are pretty nice, but they came out with a few new ones that are really cool. Just go to the website, check it out. If you find anything, even if you don't want it, if you don't need a stick, say you don't play hockey, but you want to maybe wear some of their stuff, they got some nice hoodies, they got beanies. It is December. It's cold in a lot of places. It's still oddly warm here in Arizona, but
Get you some gloves.
yeah, we can get some
Just walk
hockey
around with
gloves.
hockey gloves.
I mean, hey, you could no judgment here. If you want to walk
Yeah.
around and you just want to wear hockey gloves randomly,
I
you
mean,
can
it
go
keeps
do
you
that.
warm if you're like in Sheboygan, Michigan.
Yeah, true. And yeah, why not rock the
Nice warm and toasty there.
yeah, why not rock the shift ones, right? So shifthockey.com, lap 10 will get you 10% off your order. This promo code cannot be stacked onto any other um discounted codes on their site. But just lap 10, all caps, LAP, the number 10, get you 10% off shifthockey.com. They've been killing it lately with a lot of cool stuff. So go check them out. Follow them on Instagram if you're interested in their stuff. And they posted a video I think earlier today or yesterday, I can't remember, but kind of introducing the two guys behind the brand and everything, and it was kind of cool. So go give them a follow. Lap 10 at checkout, 10% off. Shifthockey.com. So I'm trying to
Get yourself some cream.
get yourself some cream. Get creamed. I'm trying to figure out if Sunday's game against the Jets is a promo game.
Uh, I don't know. Anaheim Ducks promo schedule.
It is not.
It isn't.
No. The next one is December 21st, a Thursday night against the Flames.
It's a beanie.
Yeah, the Wild Wing holiday beanie giveaway. So that's the next one. Okay, so the Jets game is this a normal Sunday?
Why do they have two Mighty Oath games against Vegas?
I don't know.
They just feel like it.
Are there two against Vegas?
Yeah, they had a Mighty Oath game November 5th. It was a
Oh.
Mighty Oath game.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
But yeah,
Wow.
Go
fun
get you a
stuff.
beanie on the 21st, though.
That
No.
beanie looks cool, to be honest. If you go on the Ducks website, you can check it out. It's pretty cool looking.
So we will cover some quick things here, but go ahead and say what you're gonna say, Lou.
I wasn't gonna say anything. You go
Oh,
on ahead.
sound like you're gonna say something.
I'm just talking to myself. I'm having a night.
Well, quickly, yeah, while things have been going bad for us, could be worse. The Hurricanes have been having a rough go lately. Brenda Moore is kind of pissed. Kind of
He
feel like not a
Rod
lot
the
of
Bod
people
kind
are
of
making a big deal out of Carolina being bad because I kind of remember when everyone was like, this might be one of Carolina's best shots this year. You know,
Rod the
Yeah.
Bod was not very happy last night on that TNT game.
No, he was not. He gave a very honest interview too on the bench.
It was pretty honest.
That was good.
I
But
wouldn't
yeah,
want
it's
to be in the same room with him if he was mad.
no, that's a scary guy to get upset. Like him and like Mike Babcock, just seeing them get mad always freaked me out. It's like I can't imagine going in that locker room in between periods. That's got to be terrifying.
I mean, could it be goaltending? Could it just be?
I
I
don't
mean,
watch
like,
the Hurricanes enough to know what their problems are, but
it's a little bit of everything.
kind of feel like
Goaltending has
when you
been
have
whack.
Brent Burns and Tony DeAngelo on the same defensive core, you're kind of setting yourself up for problems. And then
Yeah.
having two of the most injury-prone goalies in the league also is kind of an issue. But
Just a little
I
one.
don't know. I always felt like Carolina, especially recently, has been that team that can just kind of outgun other teams. And I feel like
Yeah.
that was kind of the talk before the season of just, yeah, they're gonna run this back with Ronta and Anderson, but they'll be able to beat teams 6-5 every night, and it just hasn't happened. It's weird to see them struggle. I kind of feel it's weird to see like the Cap struggle. I mean, obviously, like Backstrom being out for most of the year, but there's like teams that have been so good like consistently that now like that they're starting to kind of the gap's starting to close and the window's slowly shutting. Like
Yeah.
it's weird to see them do bad. Like the Lightning are kind of hit or miss nowadays. The next team I was going to bring up just because it's an incredible stat to to think about was the Penguins. You know, for a hot second there after that little trip they came here and kind of had their way with California. They haven't been anywhere as good.
Uh-huh.
No.
But they set a franchise record for the worst stretch without a power play goal. They are 0 for 33
My God.
in their
Is that
last
good?
12 games played.
In 12 games.
Like that almost doesn't feel real
I
because
know.
on one end you're like, holy shit, 33 power play attempts. And it's like, okay, over 12 games, like I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
But having a power play unit of Carlson, Latang,
Sidney Crosby,
Jake
Gino
Gensel.
Malkin, Ricard
and
Raquel.
well, Raquel's been out.
Oh, has he?
But
Oh,
still having Gensel or whomever
Sydney.
the other guy is on that
They have
and
Riley
not
Smith too now.
it's mind blowing. But
I'm glad he went to Pittsburgh because he always killed the Ducks when he was on Vegas.
Smith, yeah,
Well, yeah, Riley Smith. Well, everybody on Vegas did, but
pretty much.
him especially.
They could literally pick someone up off the Vegas Strip who doesn't even know who he is, and just throw on a Vegas jersey, be like, "Hey, don't worry, you're playing the Ducks," and
Yeah,
he would light us up.
I mean,
And then he'd go
speaking
back on his
of
trip.
picking random people up off the streets, Phil Kessel, the man is ready to play.
He's ready.
Somebody sign Phil, damn it.
Seriously, I'm shocked that he's still without a team. But yeah, I want to get any realistic landing spots that you guys can think of.
I mean, if
Like,
the Ducks keep getting injured, I mean,
dude, I
get
would
him
love him
for
on a.
just a body.
Yeah, I would love to have him.
Contender wise, I could see the Stars maybe as like an extra forward or like a depth
Mm-hmm.
guy to like maybe swap in with like one of the young kids if they're struggling.
Yeah,
That feels like it would be unfair though. Just at that
I
point, like I was talking with the coworker today, like looking at their like depth and the guys they have, like if Dallas doesn't go far this year, it's gonna kind of be a little disappointing because they're kind of stacked up top if you
they
look at
are.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a real good chance to take a run this year.
So I'd say Dallas realistically.
Bill Kessel on the Stars. I mean, that does make a lot of sense. That's a good choice. My luck though, with how much I want him to be on the Ducks, he'll like sign with the Kings in like the next week. Um, but yeah, I like the Stars as a match for that. Maybe even like the Rangers. Maybe the Rangers will be like, okay, we did the Patrick Kane thing. He's
Broadway
gone.
Phil.
Let's go for Phil now. Let's just keep this cycle going. Um, I'll say the Rangers just for funsies.
What about you, Lou? Where do you think Phil Kessel signs? If
I'll,
he
I'll,
signs at
s-
all,
I'll say whatever you guys said. That's my answer.
Okay.
he
Uh,
will be a star for a week and then a Ranger for the rest of the season.
correct. Bingo.
We got to talk how gross and disgusting it is that Patrick Kane is a Red Wing a little more in depth now that he has played.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a bit
the
weird.
the Sharks, said fuck you, Detroit, and kind of spoiled that tonight, but it's just weird seeing him in different jerseys. Like the Rangers, it was kind of like, okay, well, at least he's from New York, like
Hmm.
or the surrounding area, he's home if you want to say, but I don't know. There's just something about seeing certain players in different jerseys that's just it's very weird. It's hard
Yeah,
to stomach.
it's definitely weird seeing that Wings logo on his chest, but the red, at least, with the Blackhawks, it's not weird seeing him in red. It was weirder with the Rangers, him wearing blue, but yeah, seeing him with all that with the Red Wings uniform on and everything today, and like skating around out there, it was weird. Um,
Just it's just boring to just keep going to an original six team.
and yeah, it's his fetish, I'm telling you. Um, that Sharks Wings game tonight that was wild. Like there were 8 goals combined in the second period, 4
I
from each
wasn't.
team. Um, Wings were up 4-0. They scored 4 unanswered goals. Sharks came back and scored 4 unanswered goals. Ended up going to overtime 5-5, and the Sharks won it in overtime 6-5.
Good for the Sharks. They need that. They needed that.
And Patty Kane's first game of the season, he had no points, but he had 3 shots on goal. He had his time on ice was 16 minutes and 33 seconds.
What line was he on? Like,
Ooh, that's a good question. I do not know. But he, wasn't really expecting. I mean, if you were expecting him to come out and just like start filling the net his first game back, then
the fiddling the net.
filling.
Oh,
Fill in the net.
I said he said fiddling. I was like, oh, okay.
If he wants to fiddle in that, that's his own thing, I guess. But
Yeah.
could be
So
another way of tickling the twine.
he was on the Alex DeBrincat Joe Valeno, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on that line, the
Okay,
second
so
line.
the second line.
That makes
Hmm.
sense. I mean, kind
Yeah.
of the reason they brought him was to play with DeBrincat again.
I keep forgetting the Wings have Sprong and Perron.
Who'd they sit him who sat out in favor for him? I wonder.
Probably a guy that was only in the lineup just to be a body.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Yeah.
Someone
Makes
in the
sense.
comments of their lineup tweet said is Comfer injured. So maybe it was Comfer.
Could be.
I forgot he went there.
I forget there's a lot of guys on Detroit until I watch them play. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, that guy.
Well, speaking about teams that I mean, not around these parts, we don't forget about them, but gotta talk about the Coyotes. Um
They're on a heater.
Running a 5 game win streak against the 5 recent Stanley Cup champions. So
Yeah, that was wild. That was
the
wild
the
for the
Caps, the
schedule.
Blues, the Lightning, the
Knights,
Knights, and then who am I
Avalanche.
forgetting? Yeah, and the Avs.
Yeah. Um, it's very weird for their schedule to line up that way, where they're 5 games in a row against the last 5 cup winners, but then
Has
it's
that
even
ever
weirder.
happened?
I don't know. And I
That
don't
seems
know.
like that seems like a trivia question or something.
Yeah. And even if it did happen, no one's won them all. So no one probably was like willing to like cared to talk about it because it's just like a normal part of it's like whatever, it's a whatever part of the schedule. But for the Coyotes to go through and win all 5, I just think that was nuts. Um,
Did any of them go to overtime? I think against the Avalanche did, right?
The Avs
I-
game did, yeah.
yeah. But I like how the Coyotes did all that, won those 5 games, and then they lose tonight to the Flyers, 4-1.
Yeah, well,
So,
it happens.
so on the What Chaos podcast, with Pete Blackburn, DJ Bean, Sean DePaz, is a producer on that, and he was on the PHNX Coyotes show. He's a big Coyotes guy, big Sabres guy. He's from Buffalo. Shout out
That's
to
a Craig
Buffalo.
Morgan show.
Yeah. He was raving about this Coyotes 5 game win streak. So DJ Bean was making fun of him, saying, okay, if they beat the last 5 cup winners, does that mean that the Flyers, since they're next, does that mean the Flyers are the 2024 Stanley Cup champs? And yeah, the Flyers beat them 4-1. So
Are they still doing good, the Flyers?
They've been doing okay, I think. They've been winning,
they're
they've been losing.
they're second place. That's
That's pretty
weird.
good.
Yeah, that's weird. They have played more games than the first place team and the third
And their
place team.
roster's so weird too.
Yeah, Rangers are kind of taking it, like grabbing a hold of that division already. They're 7 points up on Philly, and Philly's in second place.
Yeah, and the Rangers are kind of top heavy.
Yeah.
They like rely on their power play a lot, I think. If they lose that, they're toast, I think. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't
Um,
care enough to watch the Rangers, so
but yeah, 5 game win streak for the Coyotes was cool. All like you said, all against all the last 5 cup winners. The other news about the Coyotes is their arena situation might finally be resolved. Hopefully
Yeah, Chris was
by
like on the
dude
group chat yesterday, like
amped.
he was like on the map app,
Oh
freaking
yeah, dude.
circling like
Yeah, man. I was a
he was like
detective.
circling specific spots on the map and stuff.
I was all over the place. I was like, yep, it's definitely the spot. Like Craig Morgan came out with a video, said nothing, just the eye emoji, the eyes emoji, and posted a video of the location, and he was just standing next to the freeway, and it was this open desert, and I'm like, I know where that is.
Where is it? He
It's
said Scottsdale.
it's like North Phoenix, North Scottsdale. It's literally like the border of the two cities. Like I feel like if they build the arena right there, I feel like half of it is going to be in Phoenix, half of it's going to be in Scottsdale. That's how close it is. But
Did you
so
wave to him to say hi?
I did.
Is that a good location, you think?
I think so. It's so if you're in the valley, if you're in the Phoenix Valley or in Arizona and you know of this area, it's the Desert Ridge area. It's one of my favorite spots in the valley. It's very nice, very new, a lot of new stuff up there. They're building a lot of new things. I got a nice like shopping center up there that I like, Desert Ridge Marketplace. Anyway, this is like east of that, just east. Like you could probably throw a rock from Desert Ridge Marketplace to where they want to build this arena, where this proposed arena is going to be built. Um, but yeah, it's going to cater to North Phoenix, North Scottsdale. So this arena would help people in Phoenix, I think North Glendale, North Peoria, Scottsdale, and even parts of Tempe, where their old arena really only catered to like very west Glendale and like Surprise. So I do feel like this location is going to be a little bit more central. I mean, it's northern. It's at the very northern tip of like the valley, kind of, but it's a lot better than where they were, in my
In
opinion,
Glendale.
in Glendale. Yeah, because it was like it wasn't just Glendale. It was like because Glendale's pretty big. A lot of people don't know that the city of Glendale, like population wise, is actually bigger than Buffalo. Um, there's a lot of
I
people here.
thought Buffalo was a big city.
It's not huge, but I mean,
I mean, I thought it
it's a
had a lot of people, but
yeah, I mean it's a decent sized city, but Glendale has more people. Like it's Glendale's a big piece of land. Like there's a it takes up a lot of the valley. And this arena was like the furthest west you could go in Glendale before you're in a different city. So it was way out there. Um,
I didn't realize
so
how far out there it was because, like, on the map, it
yeah,
doesn't look that far away from Phoenix.
I mean, on the freeway you can probably get from like where the Cardinals play, which is where
Hmm.
the Coyotes were.
Yeah,
Probably like 30-35 minute drive to get like to downtown Phoenix, which isn't bad, but still, that's just to get to downtown Phoenix. Like people that live in the East Valley and Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, it's a lot further. But um, I like this location. I already told Jenny, I'm like, with this location, if they build it there, it's gonna make me want to like move over there because I love Desert Ridge already, and if they add hockey to that area, it's gonna be perfect. So hopefully we hear something soon within the next. I mean, I keep seeing that they're ready for like an announcement maybe next month. So hopefully we hear something by then. Start the new year off with some fun Coyotes arena news. That'd be
you can
nice.
shut everyone up and say, "Ha ha, move the Coyotes!" Ha 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 ha.
I'm glad they're doing well this season
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
they needed it.
they need it. You know, I mean, we give you grief every now and again about them, Chris, but it's only when they play them. You know,
Yeah.
the Coyotes deserve, you know, positive attention for once. It's
Jesus, I
definitely
know.
good that this season, with how good, Ingram's been playing and just the team in general, that it's kind of taking some of that negativity away because, the mullet's still being packed out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Did the
good
Ducks
for
play
good
them
for
one
the
more time?
Coyotes.
Ducks play them once
Mm,
more, I think.
yeah,
No.
they played them
I,
twice, right?
I thought we were
Okay.
done playing them for the year.
Are we? Are they
Oh, you know what? We are. I think we are done
really?
already. Yeah, I think we already played them 3 times.
Because we played them once
We played
Let's
them like
see.
super
Because
early
I
in the
thought we
season.
lost at home. We lost at the Mullet, and then
Played
we
them
won at home.
once in
Unless I'm
October,
thinking of the preseason game.
once in October, once in November. Yeah, so we need to play 'em one more time. I'll look it up to see. It's not in December.
Might be
24.
in might be in March in Anaheim.
Actually, yeah, I think because I think you said you wanted to try to come out for that one.
They play. Ooh, I'm not seeing it.
Hmm.
They play sometime, I think.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I
Yeah.
don't know.
yeah,
Yeah. Continue.
in I wouldn't say like more pressing news or anything. They get the World Junior schedule. Rosters are starting to be announced. Are some Ducks prospects. Kerry Terrence made Team USA. Both Tristan Luneau and Noah Warren are invited to the Team Canada camp. And
Mhm.
Rodwin Dionisio, I believe he just made Team Switzerland outright.
I think so, yeah.
Um, so cool to see that there's still some Ducks representation. Internationally, net guards are going to become mandatory, which I kind of feel is just kind of waiting to happen. With everything that happened with Adam Johnson, like
Yeah.
feel like the NHL is still going to be one of those wear it if you want. But it's good to see that other leagues are taking safety seriously. I know
Yep.
USA Hockey has mandated it for all youth hockey.
Hmm.
They're trying to mandate it for adult hockey. And I get to hear about it all the time, and it is great. You have guys that come in like, I'm just gonna start playing roller hockey because fuck them for
Jesus.
telling me what to do. And it's just like, dude, like no one's gonna slit your throat, but they just want you to be safe. Like,
Yeah.
just shut up.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be like grandfathered in at some point. But yeah, I'm happy they're doing that, the double IHF with all the international stuff. That
Yeah.
it's a good way to start.
Yep.
Just kind
Agreed.
of go from there. People will get used to it just like any other thing.
We got used to the ads on the sweaters and the helmets. You'll
But
get
even
used
like
to
the
that.
skate guards, like the extra skate guards that they're using, when they're blocking shots, it's just to protect like the side of your foot and
Is
everything.
that
And you're,
mandatory for every player now? Because I
No,
know for the Ducks, I think that was a Bob Murray
you
thing.
can you can
was it?
wear you can wear the plastic like old school ones. A lot of skates nowadays have like this it's like a Kevlar material that you can cut to like the shape of the boot.
Okay.
Um and you just like it has like a adhesive side that you take like the sticker off and you stick it to the boot, and then whatever glue it is, it like stay like those things stay on really really tight. But it's just to like dampen
Hmm.
contact to the skate, not like yeah. Obviously, if you get hit with a 100-mile-an-hour puck, like it's still gonna hurt, but
Yeah.
it's meant to dampen it so it doesn't just obliterate your ankle just outright.
I have an
Yeah.
update on the Coyote situation. The Ducks play them December 29th on a Friday in Anaheim.
Okay, so they play them one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know our stuff here.
We sure do. We definitely know the schedule.
So our last two things here, Elliot Freeman reports that from the Board of Governors meeting that the preliminary cap projection for next season is expected at 87 mil, approximately at 87.675. Um, I feel like this is if it does reach that upper threshold and it is at what they say, this is going to probably be a weird free agency.
Hmm.
It's going to be like that 2016 free agency where a lot of guys are probably going to get a lot of money for no reason.
Yeah.
Um, but it's good. I kind
Yeah,
of feel
it's
like it's going
four
to
million, $4 million
change a little
jump.
bit of the parity of the league. Those teams like Toronto and Vegas that are constantly like right at that cap every time. Um, you know, Towards the end of the year, are going to have a little more flexibility. I mean, it gives teams like us that are going to have a lot of room to work with some more wiggle room. I kind of feel like that's a good sign for us.
Mm-hmm.
Mason's due in the summer, and there's some other names that are due contracts that will give us some play. And then also potentially losing, if Henrique doesn't come back, and losing Silverberg, because I want to say at the beginning of the season they said he's probably going to go back to Sweden and play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's what you said.
that's almost 11 mil off the books for the Ducks.
Yeah,
And then you bump the cap up another 4. Like,
that's pretty
it's
nice.
not too bad having 14 million in space.
Yeah. And then by the
um,
time like Zegras and Drysdale's new deals are up, it should be well over, like we should be in the 90 million by then,
hopefully,
which is,
um,
yeah, hopefully. Because I
we
mean,
we can't give the NHL too much credit.
yeah, but that's a nice jump. 4 million, that's the biggest jump they've had in a while. So that's pretty nice. I mean, Bettman did say like the revenue that the NHL has brought in over the last year is like what, six, in between like 6.2 to 6.7 billion.
Yeah, like a
That's just
really
crazy.
just absurdly high number, which
Yeah.
was a big concern post COVID, because they're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh well, but the advertisers and this and that, and they
Yep.
they made out just fine.
Yep. They should be pretty
um,
happy.
Lastly, the draft, the last non-decentralized draft is going to be taking place in Vegas, 28th and 29th, and is going to be at the Sphere.
At the
So
Sphere, that's gonna be
hopefully we get the draft picks faces projected just on the Sphere, just rotating around.
oh my God. Just
Are
Think we
we
talked
going?
in the group chat about us going.
we
So,
definitely should
Are we
just
going?
we should just make plans. We should push ourselves to go and not let ourselves stray away from this. We need to go as a unit. We need to represent the LAP. We
go
definitely
and
need to be
just
there.
I
hoot
don't know
and
if we'll
holler
be
in the
there.
Sphere.
Am I
Actually,
muted?
no, I can. No, we can hear you.
Okay. Thought I was talking to myself for a minute.
No more than usual.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down to go if you guys are.
Yeah, I'm
Even
definitely
as
down.
spectators, I mean,
Mm-hmm. Be a
It
lot of fun.
doesn't sound like we'll be getting access to anything, which I mean, hey,
Yeah,
I kind of expected that, but
can still try.
if
can
we
still
But
if we
try.
go have fun, get to see the last draft before it's just media and the players at the venue, that'd be cool. And I mean, it's in
And then
Vegas. We can have fun.
afterward we recreate the hangover.
Lose Lou on a rooftop.
yeah, it definitely would be Lou too. I could totally see that. Can you imagine if they put Gary Bettman's face on the Sphere though? Like when he's coming up to like announce something, like there's a trade to announce, and it's like just Gary's like grinning face on the Sphere.
They should just have his face on the Sphere the whole time.
Yeah,
Just go the whole draft with just a
Gary's
giant,
face.
just Gary
that's
face on the
that's gonna
side.
be
Yeah, just Gary face the entire draft.
That's going to be so wild. I'm very interested to see how this plays out and what the NHL does and what they find a way, like how they. We'll see if they find a way to screw something up. Like,
Is the inside of the sphere like big?
I mean, the Sphere fits like 40,000 people, so I
Oh, does it?
think so. Yeah.
No, because I was just thinking about like all the tables that they put, like where
oh yeah,
they might not
yeah.
have fans,
I
or if they
I
do,
want.
it might be like a limited amount.
I wonder
So I
what
don't
they're
know how
gonna.
much space they're gonna need for all that.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with the inside of the Sphere. You know how they can make it look like it's open when it's not. Like it's just. I know a lot of people have freaked out going in there. Like people have thrown up, people have passed
Probably,
out.
some of those people are probably on drugs.
Yeah, probably.
Like, fuck, man, let's
So
go get high and sit inside the orb.
so inside the sphere can host up to 20,000 in standing capacity with
Oh
seating
shit, I
for
was
18.
way the fuck off.
Yeah,
40,000? Jesus Christ.
in standing capacity with seating for 18,600 people.
So it's like the size of a hockey, like an NHL arena.
Oh, maybe a little bit smaller.
'Cause I think the average NHL arena is like 17K. I think
So
that's
yeah,
the
it's a little bit
That's
smaller, maybe.
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need to get to Vegas for that. So June
We
28th and 29th, 2024.
if we do go, Lou, you're gonna have to show us the spots because I have never been to Vegas as an adult, so
Really?
I'd be going into it very green and not knowing what to do.
I just love
Oh,
walking up and down the strip at like 1 in the morning. There's always something happening.
well, we have to go to the old Vegas, the Fremont Street.
Yeah, for sure.
See,
I
I
that's a
kind of feel like a Vegas trip for me is just gonna be trying to see places from Fallout and be like, oh, that's from the game.
no, but if you want to gamble, gamble downtown because that's where you win more.
Oh yeah, that's
I've
Lou's
come to
sweet spot.
find out. Yeah, last time I
Hmm.
went, I won like $300 on a jackpot, which was pretty cool.
Look at him.
Yeah.
It's Lou and all the
Um,
retirees and in the small little casino.
The
we could
old
go to
people falling
Gillies and
asleep.
ride the bull.
Oh Jesus.
You want to ride the bull when we go?
I would not ride the bull. I'm gonna be real with you. I have a lot of fat on my body, and that does not need to be jiggling.
I uh I definitely wouldn't want to ride the bull, but I would have
Yeah,
you
you just
ask
want to see
me.
me ride the bull, don't you?
I wouldn't hate it to see that live. We got the video form of it last time you did that, which was nice. I wouldn't want to originally, but I would have you ask me after a few drinks, and then we'll go from there. Maybe I would. I don't know. We
I've
won't know.
never rode the roller coaster at New York. I don't know if you guys
I
would
kind of
want
want
to
to
do
do
that.
that. I kind of want to do that. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm not going on the stratosphere at all. You couldn't pay me to do that.
Yeah.
Lou does
Uh,
not like his heights.
what hotel do you usually stay at when you go?
I've stayed the last few times at the Stratosphere.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Stayed at the Flamingo before. Kind of
I
want to
think,
stay at New York, but
yeah, I won the money there
yeah,
gambling at New York. I like Mandalay Bay the most, so that's a really nice hotel.
that's the one with like the beach, right? Don't they have like that
Yeah,
man-made beach? Yeah.
in the wave pool. I went in the wave pool once.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a cabana and I just got drunk all day and went in the wave pool. And they got a lazy river too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
lazy
might be
rivers are
this.
cool.
That might be the spot. That might be the spot.
Yeah.
So hopefully when we go, it's not a million degrees, but late
Oh, it's
June
going to
does
be.
does not sound comfortable. But hey, you know what? If we're there as friends having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, the
Yep.
casinos are air conditioned, and that's all that really
That's
matters.
true. That's true. You're just gonna hop. Just have to hop to each one.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, that'd be fun. We definitely need to.
We need to workshop that.
Yeah, just definitely need to try to get there.
Yeah.
Um,
Do we want to talk about the other thing we're workshopping before we get into
Go ahead.
questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Go
don't even
ahead.
know where you're going, but sure.
So it's we bring it up, I think, like once every month.
Oh, okay. I know
But
what
you
you're doing.
know, lap jerseys have always been something we want to
Or
do.
sweaters if you're more cultured like me.
Um, I currently have one of my hockey teammates, Berto. He is gracious enough to help us get a little mock-up going.
Hmm.
But we kind of feel this Vegas potential Vegas trip has pushed us to potentially get this on the road a little bit faster. But we may have lap jerseys coming soon. We briefly just wanted to mention it because if you are interested, we personally want to go, I wouldn't say all out, but do it the right way and get
Hmm.
nice ones made. The company we'd go with would be JFX. They do my beer league jerseys. They're incredible. I've been wearing the same jerseys for 4 seasons now, or no, 4 years now. So probably like 5 or 6 seasons. And I mean, for all of the pucks that get shot at me, those things hold up very well. The stitching, they do an incredible job. They have, a legit team that does it. But we just want to put it out there that if you guys are interested to get an order, we do have to have a minimum of 10 people in. Jerseys would run probably about like $90. But it's authentically stitched logos and
Yes,
everything.
gonna be very nice.
So in the next couple days, maybe the next couple weeks, we'll have a concept art out there for you guys. And if you're interested, maybe we put together like a wait list or an order form, and then when the time comes to order, just hit everybody up. Um, have Last week I took the time to kind of link our banking accounts and stuff to each other, to streamline stuff like that. So we would be able to do like PayPal and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested or feel like you would be interested and don't want to commit just yet, because obviously we don't have a concept just yet,
Mhm.
that's something to look out for. You're excited to get our Mighty Seal jerseys going.
Yeah,
Kind of feel
dude,
like
it's
that's
gonna
the
be
one
so
thing that's
nice.
been missing.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to have it happen and be able to wear these jerseys. But yeah, once that concept is available, we will share it. And if you're interested, just make sure you let us know. Like Jake said, we'll need at least 10 to get it going, get it rolling. So that'll be fun. I'm very excited to see this concept as well because I have no idea what it's gonna look like, and um,
I
it's gonna be
kept it
fun.
simple. I kept it
Yeah.
simple.
Is it gonna be
Okay.
like the Mighty Seals?
It's not going to be anything too crazy, but
Is it the
you'll
Mighty
like it.
Seals logo?
It
Ex-
is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Um, really quick before we move into questions, I want to ask you guys. I forgot to put this in the notes. I just remembered. Uh, let's talk about goal celebrations really quick in the NHL. How do you feel about goal celebrations? How do you feel about the gritty?
I think it's
As
funny
Um,
and it's impressive.
yeah,
I mean, just because skating's not very easy and being able to
yeah,
do that on your edges is definitely very very hard to do, but
yeah,
I respect anyone who tries to do it. Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's a good celebration. It's definitely a
yeah,
good celebration in football.
yeah. It's definitely used a lot. I feel like in football. If you
I
don't
think
know,
Jamar Chase on the Bengals uses it a lot.
yeah,
I think Justin Jefferson does it.
Jefferson, yeah.
Um,
Um, but
yeah,
yeah, is it Jacob Wallman on the wings? Is it
yeah, he
Jacob?
tried it.
yeah.
He kind of did it.
He usually he's like the one that does it in the NHL, and
He
now
does
the
it.
Red
He did it
Wings.
once. He did it more than once.
He
Yeah, I
did
think
it
he
last
did it
season too.
last season. It was like a big thing that he did it.
I know
But
he did it once, but I didn't know he did it another time.
yeah, and now the Red Wings are really jumping on it, and they're coming out with a bobblehead, if you want to call it that, and it's of Wallman doing the gritty, but only his arms move.
That's really good.
It looks pretty funny. But yeah, I wanted to hear what your thoughts were on the
I
gritty
like
and on
Sally's.
the
I just
ice.
don't like when players do it against the Ducks.
I got you. I got you. So,
It's just a problem when they do it against the Ducks.
okay.
Other than that, just celebrate away. I don't. It's your
Okay.
God given right.
All right.
So there's like not many that I kind of feel like are like disrespectful.
Nah.
Like celebrating is like part of the game. Like if you're
Hmm.
getting upset about it, like you have other problems. You have to look inward at
Yeah.
that point because
Yeah.
There was a guy on
hockey is a game built on trash talk.
who
Like
scored the other day against the Ducks. Uh, he did like a like over the top celebration. It was like, dude, calm down. You just scored against the Ducks. It's like being the nicest guy in prison. You're not doing anything special here, bud.
Oh my God.
You know?
If you celebrate too much against the Ducks, you're the same as a prisoner.
You're just it's like being the nicest guy in prison.
Yeah.
You're not impressing anybody, bud.
But yeah, if you're a
this has
Red
been
Wings
an
fan,
all time Lou episode,
yeah,
A
honestly.
Louism episode.
But yeah, if you're a Detroit Red Wings fan and you enjoy that, I'm not sure when that game is. But go get your Wallman gritty bobblehead, whatever they want to call it. Looks kind of cool.
I like crazy bobbleheads, like the Getsy half bald, half hair.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
All right. So We don't have
Q&A
too many
time.
questions here, so this will be very quick. But we will start with our Hockey 365 topic as always. And this one, kind of an easy one, I'd say. Not too much thinking required. But what Eastern Conference team do we feel like the Ducks are most alike and or similar to?
Repeat that again.
What Eastern Conference team the Ducks are most alike or similar to?
Eastern Conference. think I've said this before. Like market wise, I would say they're similar to me to the Devils. Or maybe the Islanders, just because of like how the Islanders are kind of in the shadow of the big New York team that is the Rangers, or even the Devils are kind of in that same thing that the Islanders are, where they're kind of in they're in the market with the Rangers, and it just doesn't matter because the Rangers have the biggest fan base out of those three teams in that area, and those other teams are kind of left to fend for themselves, and they have what they have, and their fans, Rangers fans invade the Islanders arena, they invade the Devils arena, and it's very similar to what the Ducks deal with the Kings. I've always compared the Ducks to the Devils, though. They kind of remind me of them a lot, like more than any other Eastern Conference team, in my opinion. So I'll
Are we
I'll go
going
with
off like vibes wise or like play
Yeah,
style
I
wise
mean,
I
or
think
it
any
could be either.
yeah, it could be anything
I
or a
I
I
like
could definitely
combination.
see the Devil comparison there, just kind of that like second fiddle, like yeah, you're your own thing, but you're always going to be in the shadow of the
Yeah.
bigger team, the bigger market.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Panthers just for
Okay.
like the sunny beach vibes.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're kind of the little brothers to Tampa Bay too, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Panthers works. Panthers work because they're
both
also
teams
the
get attendance.
yeah, and the
yeah,
expansion
they're
brothers. So
expansion buddies,
yeah.
pals,
Yeah, I can see that. Panthers works.
brothers.
Those are decent comparisons, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of any others that really hit the mark like those two, I guess.
Like
So
play styles though, I would say even though they're not Eastern, I would say we want them to be like the Avalanche because they kind of play similar. I feel like I think I think
yeah.
Patrick on his game breakdowns
Mm-hmm.
on Saturday, he alluded to like the the Avs are like what the Ducks want to be, but they're just on the higher end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the Avalanche at home when mom says no to getting in the Avalanche.
What?
Have you ever seen those memes, Lou, where it's like, can we get McDonald's? And they know we have McDonald's at home.
Oh.
And it's like some really fucked up food.
Yeah.
Well,
We're the off brand.
We're the Kirkland blotter. Yeah.
but I mean, you can't say Kirkland's like the bad brand because I mean, Costco slaps.
That's true.
Kirkland's not good though. We got a bunch of cases like a couple months ago and it just tasted like flat water. You ever had flat water?
That water.
Yeah, flat water.
Uh,
That's what Kirkland is. Just tastes flat.
okay.
Well, moving on before we hear about all the intricacies of flat water.
Oh,
We
you're
got
gonna
two.
hear some more stuff because I got something in the chamber just ready
We'll
to
do
go
that after
off.
our two questions, Lou. So this one comes from Brian. Short and sweet. Bedard or Carlson? Purely hairstyle of choice for the pod in lieu of the Bedard Carlson Bowl tonight.
Carlson.
Use Leo.
Say Leo
Leo.
because he has like the Bond villain
He
I don't
hair
does.
going.
I
Yeah.
don't fully understand the question, but let's
He's
go
got
with
like
Leo.
that. He's got that typical, like, I feel like he's got that typical Swedish blonde flow going on. Because I almost said William Carl. Well, yeah, William Carlson's kind of got that look. And then Nylander as well. They kind of have like that same Swedish like hairstyle. But yeah, it works. It works. I'll say Leo.
Okay, and then our last one was from Casey, and he says, "Will the Ducks ever score first in a hockey game again?"
Yeah, on Sunday.
On Sunday against the Jets.
Yeah, on
I
Sunday.
Hopefully.
actually I actually feel like it won't happen against the Jets, but it'll definitely happen against the Islanders. And now that I said that, I just caused myself some problems, but they'll do it again. They've only done it 9 times so far this season. They'll get that 10th one soon, within the next 2 games here. Don't
Just
you
have
worry.
some patience.
Yeah, don't you
we,
worry.
we just blame Chris if that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
that's
boo
fine.
Chris.
That's fine. You do what you got to do.
Well,
Before we wrap up, when did we start calling it Born Day? When did we stop saying Happy Birthday?
where are
Who's
you seeing this?
yeah,
Um,
who's
the Ducks, because on the other day it was Cam Fowler's birthday, and they said Happy Born Day. Like on the graphics, it says Happy Born Day, and
Oh,
I'm just
really? I didn't
yeah,
notice that.
and I'm just wondering where that came from and why are they doing it? Kind
Um,
of
that's a good question. I
kind
don't
of
know if I have an answer for you.
kind of bugs
Yeah.
me.
I, I
Is
I
this
do wish I had an answer for you, Lou.
is this some Gen Z stupid craze?
Gen Z.
I mean, we do have a group chat with Tyler where I think he probably could have asked why he said that.
That
Yeah,
is true.
Him or Matt put that.
I mean I
Hmm.
could, but
You're
I'm
putting
asking
it
you.
out there for the people to ponder.
Yeah. And if it is a Gen Z thing, can you stop? Can you just stop?
You stop.
Yeah, just knock it off.
Yeah.
Not being annoying. Thank you.
Lou said, "Stop, get some help."
Yeah, grow up.
Well,
My
on
cat's
that
staring at
note,
me.
uh, you know, don't know how to transition out of that, but if you made it this far, thank you as always for listening.
Yes.
You
Thank you for
can
all the support.
find us everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
X,
X,
Blue Sky,
YouTube,
Twitch,
Threads.
Twitch,
Discord.
just all the places you can think of.
Yep.
If MySpace was still a thing, MySpace.
Yep. We do not have a Facebook. I do not do that.
No, we're anti-Facebook here. If you want us on Facebook, you're just out of luck on that.
Yeah. Sorry about it.
But this episode will go out tomorrow on Friday.
Promo code LAP.
Yeah, lap,
Promo
lap
code
Yeah.
10.
LAP10.
Yeah, we are socials at Late Arrivals Pod everywhere. So easy to find. Um, you can find our link tree in our bios in on Twitter and Instagram as well. And you can find all of our stuff.
Our
Christmas
logo's
shopping.
purple.
Christmas shopping, it's getting to that time. I always forget the date that you have to order stuff online. There's like that deadline date so you can get stuff on time for Christmas. I want to say
We're
it's the
still early in
12th.
December, so you're fine right
I want to
now.
say it's the 12th though. And it's
Well, you
already
might not be
It's
fine.
sometime next week.
yeah.
Well, you better hop to it if you
Yeah,
want.
so go on our link tree there and you got
Go
two
get
places.
you go get you a shirt for your lapper in your
Yeah.
life
You got two
from
places
your
to shop.
lappy.
Inside the rink shop and our Teespring shop. Bunch of different options. I think we have like a total of like 20 things. I think we
Yeah,
got
we just
9
have a
things
plethora of things,
inside
a
the rink.
cornucopia, if you
Yeah.
will.
We got like 9 items on the Inside the Rink website, and we have like another 11 on our Teespring. So go check all that stuff out. Maybe grab some stuff for Christmas. Maybe treat yourself. Maybe you want to
Yeah,
buy it yourself for Christmas.
treat
Um,
yourself, as Parks and Recs once
yeah.
said.
So go for that. But yeah, like Jake said, if you made it this far, thank you so much for the continued support. Make
We
sure you're
salute you for making it
following,
this far and listening to my
follow,
dumbass all episode long.
follow and subscribe to the Late Arrivals literally anywhere and everywhere you can.
Except
And leave
Facebook.
us a 5-star rating. We'd appreciate it. It helps the show out a lot. By leaving ratings. If you feel like leaving a review, that works as well. If we get some good reviews, we'll read them on here. Some ones that we like or some funny ones. But yeah, 5-star it up. And
Please.
that'll pretty much do it. We'll see you next week. We only have 2 Ducks games to cover next week, but yeah, we'll see you
Woohoo.
then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Shohei Otani will be a giant.